Hi everybody, this is Chili. Welcome to the shop. Today we're here to do some follow-up on 2018 KTM 350 XCF. Today I'm going to do a review of the Moose hybrid foot pegs. We are packing here to get on the road. We're going to a place to do a thing. It's a secret rally. I can't tell you anything more about it, but if you're there, we'll see you there. So I've been out testing on the 350. We've got 23 hours on it, and as you can see, it doesn't look very much like a new bike anymore. We're getting lots of good use out of it. Got some good things to follow up with you about the bike in general, but the foot pegs are something pretty specific, pretty unique, so I thought we should talk about those today. Here they are. This is the Moose hybrid foot peg, and the big selling point on this bike for me is they are supposed to be a ½ inch further back. Now they don't advertise them as lower, just further back, but that should help open up the riding position some. Every successive new generation KTM gets a little smaller, a little more agile, a little better handling, and therefore I feel more cramped on it. So foot pegs, we've got the tall seat, and the thing is, we've got the flex bars on here now. They're a little bit taller than stock, so my seat to handlebar ratio is actually very comfortable. The problem is my knees are just a little bent up now, and having old broken knees, I need all the help I can get in that arena. So I was hoping that this would be the answer. This would be the last thing I could really do to give myself a little more room on the bike, make it a little more comfortable. So a couple of things to talk about, and of course the big one here So I'm hoping this angle here, it's not the best angle, but I'm trying to give you a view of the relative mounting position of the pegs. I don't think it's a great angle here, but the reality is there is no way these pegs make a ½ inch back. I've got the ruler on them, and we're probably about a ¼ inch. It is not a very big difference. Okay, so I've got my carpenter's square out here. We get it lined up, and you can see that it basically runs into almost the bottom of the foot peg pin right there. Obviously it's a little difficult to find places to measure here. So let's walk around to the other side. What I did was I went to Baja this weekend running one foot peg on each side to see how much of a difference it would make. And you can see it is definitely back a little bit of the pin, but based on the graduations there on the square, ¼ inch at the very most. This pin's actually out a little bit because the kickstand pushes it up. There we go. But ¼ inch is, in terms of measurement, really the best we can get out of it as far as setting the pegs back any further from stock. Now I've got the other two pegs set up here on the bench, so let's do a couple of relative measurements. See if I can do this with one hand. So we are 55.4 millimeters there on the Moose peg, and let me get this in. 48, we'll call it 48/30 there on the stock peg. So there is definitely a difference in width. The length, there is also, let's see if I can get this out here. Just the Moose peg is almost identical in terms of length, but it's definitely wider. There's a couple other features to look at. One is weight. I don't have a good pair of scales to measure this, but you're gaining a full pound between the pair of pegs here. These things are actually fairly heavy, but you can see there's a lot of cast steel material in there. They are this convex design, which I have never used before. There we go. There we can see it. And you know what? I like it. I like it because it puts a lot of surface area against the boot at one time. It also tends to let me point my toe down just a little bit for casual riding. Obviously I don't do that for everything, but it does open up the knee and leg position just a little bit. One of the unique things are these huge razor sharp teeth at the end, which I absolutely do not like. I've actually filed those down on the on the one I'm using, and I may file them down even a little bit more. They worked fine for riding, but doing a bunch of single track, they actually tore up my pant on my over the boot pants pretty good just on that end. So I'm going to grind those down even further. So tough call. Are they as advertised? Well, not quite, but they work and they do provide some benefit. So for now, I'm going to leave them on there and keep running them. And so this is another thing that I guess I end up with a qualified review. Not quite as advertised, but they do work and I do like them. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you out on the trail.